So, interesting news. Christopher Lloyd has been in basically in lineup in one of the roles or something, but hasn't been casted as a character yet. So, if anyone doesn't know Christopher Lloyd, he was in Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. He was also in the film Million Ways to Die. Basically playing the same role as Doc Brown. Because if you apparently know who he is, he's a time-traveling old guy that travels in the DeLorean and, goes to different timelines, mainly. So that's who he usually is, and apparently for what he's getting signed up for is the new Netflix show to do with movie novels. Now, I actually do think the Chaotix will be actually making an entrance in this, so that they connect to movie 3. So I have one character in mind for this, since I don't think I don't see anyone I think he would be casted as, mainly. I don't see it working as SBO. I don't see it working as Charmy because he doesn't have the voice for it. I mean, I don't really see him as the lizard people or whatever, if that makes sense, or whatever. But I do have one character in mind. Now, the one character that comes in mind is Vector. Because Vector has that crazy voice, mainly, like, if anyone's ever heard Vector in games, that's what he sounds like. And then if you basically compare it to Christopher Lloyd's voice in Back to the Future, it sounds so similar. When they do that crazy voice, mainly, they sound so similar that it could work with him, mainly, like Christopher Lloyd working as Vector. Now, I think this would work because I've also took to Twitter about it, and most people do agree with me on this one, because it could work as Vector. So there's actually other speculations which I'm not really too sure on if it's fake yet. So one of the cast things that keeps coming up is Dwayne Johnson. Now that one I'm not too sure about. I don't think that one's been confirmed yet, as one of the actors, mainly. But if he was up there, in the casting role, now I could see Dwayne Johnson as, SBO, if he did. Which I think might be unlikely, to happen. Now, the other actors mainly, like, the one that actually is confirmed is Carrie something, I forget his last name, but, he was in Scrooge, I think, that CGI one, but I don't really remember, it's that Jim Carrey one, but I don't really remember, that guy, so I don't really know what he sounds like, so I don't know. So, depending on his voice or something, I don't know, he might end up as SBO. I'm not really too sure on this one yet. Or if he has a crazy voice, like a more softer tone or whatever, crazy voice, he might be Charmy. I don't know. Because usually you need, like, a younger person or someone that has that crazy voice to be Charmy. You know what I mean? Like, someone close to being Charmy. Okay, so that's one. Now, another character, right, I think, could actually make their entrance. Now, this is a girl, actor, which actually is confirmed, or whatever. Now, I'm thinking of two, girls. That might. Two Sonic girls, I might be one of them, I don't know. Now, the first one I think might come to mind is Rouge. So, Rouge might be one of them, I think, since she is most likely to show up in movie 3. But Amy, though, I'm not too sure yet. So I'm not too sure on Amy just yet. I don't know if she's scheduled for the film after that. I don't know. Or she might be more of a surprise character. I don't know. Well, I'm not too sure as of yet. So again, that's basically, I think that's all I know as of right now for the Knuckles series, mainly. I don't think there'll be, like, that many, showing up. But I am looking forward to the Netflix show, this year, because this is gonna be fantastic to show off characters like Vector, Charmy, and Espio, and whatever. This will be amazing. And such. So I'm actually heavily excited. I'm hoping they get the actors down on the roles, for those characters mainly, so that the voices fit the characters, you know, if you know what I mean. Because I know Rouge has that flirty voice, that actual flirty tone of voice, you know, with a flirty charm to it and whatever. That kind of gets the boys on. That's basically how she sounds, mainly. So I'm hoping it does actually work, in a way. I'm hoping, the actors sort of feel close to the voice of the characters, mainly. And I hope it does a good job, too. And then there's, like, other things going around, like, for Shadow. Now, Shadow, I don't know, as of right now, because I don't think there's pretty much anything for Shadow, but there is rumors mainly floating around. Now, Reeves, basically was one of the rumors. I just don't see it working, the voice. I don't think that would work as Shadow, mainly. So, that voice, And then there's, and then basically someone rumored Dwayne Johnson as Shadow, and I was like thinking, nah. Now I don't see that one working either, because the voice is just not that close to being Shadow. Now Shadow, you do need a serious tone of voice, but also a bit soft. You know what I mean? Like, not too deep, but like a bit soft, and such, just to like sound like Shadow. So there's plenty of actors that actually do sound like Shadow, mainly. So there's plenty. Now, I don't think Jason Griff would come back, as the role of Shadow, so that one's most likely out of the air, mainly. So there's probably also other actors that might be able to fit Shadow. Now, a couple of actors I've actually thought of as Shadow could be, Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is one of them that I think could happen. Since he has played anti-villains before. So that one actually could work. So again, there's actually more of the characters, but I mean, you get what I mean, mainly. And there's been speculations of Christopher Lloyd as Gerald, but again, I don't think that would happen. I don't think Christopher Lloyd would be, Gerald in the Knuckles series, because I don't think any talks would be, talking about Gerald in the series, mainly. It would be just about, mainly, well, you get what I mean. Just mainly about someone else, mainly, not Gerald. Because movie 3 wouldn't take place until after the Knuckles series. So the Knuckles series would be more of introducing, like, characters like Rouge and such. So the series, I think, would go on for about a couple of episodes or so, I think. Introducing different characters. Now, Amy could actually be in the mix of these characters. At some point down the line. So I'm actually looking forward to this, because this also might introduce Big, I think. I'm guessing. Because from what we know from the original like games and whatever, Big wasn't introduced firstly off, you know what I mean? Like, he was just there. We didn't get introduced to his backstory, his background and whatever a bit further. So maybe the Knuckles show would be able to explore it big a bit better, maybe, if it actually does that approach, maybe. At least then we get to know about Big, maybe if we do actually get to explore him or something, you know, something like that. So yes, apparently, I think that's all I've got to say as of right now. I will make another video, another update video on what's going on whatever with the acting and whatever. So stay tuned for that, and yeah.